Oxford professor branded r.acist after calling for less guilt about the British Empire. While agreeing that inexcusable atrocities happened under the Empire's watch, he also claimed it left a legacy in other countries that many people value. The outrage was sparked after Professor Nigel Biggar wrote a comment piece titled "Don't Feel Guilty About Our Colonial History," which heavily referenced a previous article which caused its own backlash written by Bruce Gilley. Professor Biggar said, "Political order might seem like a very unexciting value, but without it, nothing good can flourish. That's why indigenous peoples sometimes chose to move into territories governed by colonial regimes, rather than away from them." However, his piece struck a negative chord with members of the university who branded him bigoted. Equality group Common Ground responded to protests about the piece by offering their support to those condemning the piece. On their website, they wrote, "The inaccuracy displayed by Biggar, as well as a conspicuous lack of rigor, must not go unchallenged. He implies that colonized societies had no political order prior to colonization, invoking a racist, hackneyed, and fictional trope about the nature of pre-colonial societies." Oxford University bosses stood up for academic freedom of speech and rebuffed the group and offered their support to the professor, calling him an internationally recognized authority on the ethics of empire. In the Times piece, Professor Biggar wrote, "If on the other hand, we recognize that the history of the British Empire was morally mixed, just like that of any nation-state, then pride can temper shame. Pride at the Royal Navy's century-long suppression of the Atlantic slave trade, for example, will not be entirely obscured by shame at the slaughter of innocents at Amritsar in 1919. Common Ground Oxford called Nigel Biggar's role as a co-leader for the Ethics and Empire project, branding him an inauspicious and inappropriate leader. The university defended his role, saying the professor was entirely suitable and internationally recognized authority on the ethics of empire. A spokesman said, "We absolutely support academic freedom of speech. The history of empire is a complex topic, and it is important that universities consider our global history from a variety of perspectives. This is a valid, evidence-led academic project, and Professor Biggar, who is an internationally recognized authority on the ethics of empire, is an entirely suitable person to lead it."